Don't you wish your high school showed you how to file taxes? Have any of you ever had to pay for anything expensive but realized you didn't have enough money saved? How about being able to maintain healthy relationships and managing stress? Do any of you even know what an agenda is? Many people didn't have the opportunity to be taught these things before reaching adulthood, and just like them, I had to learn the hard way. I wish I had some prior knowledge about the importance of saving or filing your taxes. High schools should be required to teach life skills along with a normal curriculum. Life skills are meant to enhance and redefine the behaviors of growing teens. I'll be telling you about some of the different classes that should be taught, why they should be taught, and how they could each positively affect the students in the long run. Life skills are essential to growing teens. Growing teens have high intellectual, social, and physical capabilities, but are usually bombarded by life situations and aren't always able to use their full potential. If teens were to have more guidance and motivation towards being a successful adult, it would be easier for them to transition from a world of hand holding to a new world of adulthood. Whether going straight to college or into the workforce, there are certain skills that should be known in order to make your life easier. College paperwork, financial aid, government forms for work, and interpersonal relationships are just a few areas where teens should be gaining skills. In the article, The Significance of Life Skills Education by Ravindra Prahapati, PhD, Boski Sharma, and Dharmendra Sharma, PhD, it states education nowadays is hence very important, but the kind of education to support and live life better is more important. The first class or topic I had in mind was financial responsibility. Learning about the value of money, cost of living, and credit during high school would give an advantage to the students as it will become second nature. When they do begin to earn money, they will handle it with care. Most students fresh out of high school lack the knowledge on how to handle money. Saving, spending, and investing money will be a basic life skill in adulthood and early adulthood. Learning to handle money will pose a greater opportunity for success in the future. According to the article, The Case for High School Financial Literacy by Champlain College, accessed on April 17th, California is one of the states where high school students are the least exposed to personal financing classes due to the lack of requirements in the state of California. This article states these states have few requirements or none at all for personal finance education in high school. Therefore, most of the high school graduates leave high school without knowing how to manage their income, expense, stress, and relationships. States like Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri, Virginia, and Utah require that high school students take a personal financing class for at least a semester. But more specifically, Alabama and Virginia require that students take a class for a whole year. Another reason for teaching personal finance in high school is because of a lot of parents that don't like to talk about money with their children. In the article written by Champlain College, it mentions a survey done by T. Rowe Price, which states that 69% of parents are unwilling to discuss finances with their kids, and only about 25% of parents talk about money with their kids. 35% of students say that their parents are actually uncomfortable when talking about money. Apart from money, learning to fill out government forms should be taught as well. If students were taught how to file taxes during high school, they wouldn't feel so intimidated by all the papers and questions once they have begun working. In the article, Adults Will Never Learn How to Do Taxes If Schools Don't Teach Them by Lauren Diaz, published on February 27, 2018, she mentions that people make taxes feel like a boring or hard task to complete when it actually isn't. A study done in 2011 by Charles Schwab says that 86% of students would rather learn about financial education in school before they ever enter into the adulthood, to the real world, the adult world. Lauren Diaz says, better education starts with teaching students the skills that will have long-term benefits. Filing taxes is an important skill to know through adulthood, and even though you can easily go to an accountant, they may be pricey. I personally have gone to file taxes with an accountant several times, but I recently just learned how to file taxes myself this year, actually. If only I had learned to file taxes in high school, I would have been able to save a couple $100s each year. Additionally, high school students should be taught how to maintain mental health and emotional health. Mental health is not usually ever discussed in class, but it should be, as signs of mental illness can occur at around 14 years of age on average. In an article by Nancy Burrow, MAED, called The Importance of Mental Health Awareness in Schools, she says, underlining the seriousness is the fact that 60% of high school students with mental illness don't graduate. A lot of students may have some mental issues, whether it be depression, anxiety, or ADHD, and many of them may never seek help until adulthood. The negligence of mental health can be avoided by speaking out on these issues in class. Teaching teens about mental health can help them be more conscious or aware of how they are feeling and how they are coping with issues. It can also help the students who are having mental health problems to understand what it is they're going through and to not be embarrassed to seek for help. This will also allow students to be more responsible for their health and safety in the coming future. Lastly, high school students should be taught to manage their time. When you have a busy week, how do you keep yourself on track? Me, I usually write all my important tasks on my agenda, my journal, and day by day I go and I write new or daily tasks that I need to complete. In the article, Teaching Teens Time Management Skills by Carol Becker and Diane Coomer, published on October 5th, 2017, they write, using the time effectively requires effort, practice, and balance. They talk about a few simple things that students can do to help them stay organized. Some things include creating a schedule, setting yearly goals, and addressing time-wasting habits. Time management is an essential skill that will help high schoolers stay on track. Planning out their time will allow them to be more efficient. When they begin to experience paying bills, they will have the simple knowledge of keeping track of their due dates. Procrastinating, being in a rush, and trying to do everything at once is something we can all relate to. But keeping track of the week can make a huge difference when having to complete tasks. Well, even though the normal curriculum at high schools teach students math, history, and science, life skills should definitely be a part of it. Today, I went over some of the different classes that should be taught in high schools, why they should be taught, and how they will positively affect the student in their future. I hope you all learned how important it would be for high schools to teach life skills and think about making sure that your children and other family members are learning the life skills that they need. Thank you.